he's trying to get like more scent, or he knows something's in there, he's trying to get to it.
All right, Jared, how's your back?
Molly Miller, Colt Haynes, stranded in a remote location. Did the hogs get him? Was it foul play? We really don't know. Stay tuned. We want to thank Omaze for helping fund another mission like this one. This time we're offering you a chance to win a 2021 Ford F-150 with an Airstream Cavalier to tow. Taxes and shipping are included for U.S. residents, and even better, every donation benefits a great cause. The Independence Fund is committed to empowering our nation's catastrophically wounded, injured, or ill veterans to overcome physical, mental, and emotional wounds incurred in the line of duty. They're dedicated to improving the lives of both veterans and their families. Your donations can help the Independence Fund strive to bridge the gap of unmet needs for veterans and their caregivers through their mobility, caregiver, adaptive sports, advocacy, and the family programs. Later on in this episode, we'll talk more about the Independence Fund, the giveaway with the truck and the trailer, as well as Omaze. But if you'd like to find out more about them right now, jump over to omaze.com/AWP in the description down below. Today is definitely a weird one because first of all, we need to introduce you to the key players. We have Molly and Colt, who are missing. We have Conn, who was driving the car. There was a high-speed chase, and the high-speed chase was actually called off by the sheriff. Now, the sheriff was actually related to Conn by, I think it was a cousin or something, and with that one, the car was not found until the next morning. What we do know is that Molly and Colt were using their cell phone between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. the next morning, and they didn't seem to be in distress at that point, other than we know that Colt had broken his ankle. They were calling their friends to come pick him up from a undisclosed location. Now, we don't know what that undisclosed location is, but we're gonna talk about the reason why we're on this property in just a few moments with Toby. We're also going to be meeting up with Paula and her sister, who are cousins of Molly. They've really been taking the lead in the investigation on this. And for the first time, we're also going to be introducing and working with a cadaver dog team. So although we know that the high-speed chase ended on Long Hollow Road to the south of here, we're to the north where we speculate that this may be the undisclosed location because there's also a bloody shirt that has been found. So with that, let's introduce you to everybody and jump into today's episode. So Toby, your role in all of this?
So I own the ranch here. We bought this ranch about 4 years ago. And before we bought this ranch, it was kind of untouched. There was just one gravel road that you guys saw could come in. So there wasn't a lot done to the property back then, and everything you see has been done since then.
And with that, this is the road in question.
It was actually the road across from us.
Okay.
So Long Hollow Road is the road that they turned a left on and crashed the car, I believe. This is right directly across from that road.
Okay. And so then how does this property and this road come into play in the ponds?
So there's been rumors that they have been buried in one of the lakes. They have had some dive teams out. They've had some search teams out.
I mean, I see a lot of side-by-sides, four-wheelers. I mean, you've scoured every square inch of this.
It's 3,000 acres, so it's actually very hard to scour the entire property. We've done lots of searches. We do a lot of hunting out here, so we're on foot a lot. We cover a lot of ground.
Any evidence by chance that you ran across?
Yeah. So we found a shirt that was hanging in a tree about head level, and it was a girl's undershirt. Very old, probably 5 to 6 years old. So we immediately called one of the investigators that came out. They set up a crime scene, and to my knowledge, that evidence is gone and never was tested.
And that's where we're going to bring in Jeff over here. So we actually have Jeff that who's been on a live stream with us before on Profiling Evil. You guys came in from Tulsa.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys being here.
No problem.
And why don't we introduce your handlers, because you guys have a cadaver dog team here with you today.
Yes, sir.
To come help out with this case.
So we got Aaron King, he's got another cadaver dog. He lives in Oklahoma City. And Robin Mendenhall, she's going to be our flanker. So she's got a live find dog, but she always comes and helps us with when we do the HR stuff, because she knows our dogs real well. She can see if any cues or anything the dogs are doing. So
what are some ideal conditions for the dogs, and are today's winds going to be difficult?
It could, but the scent's not going to be really, really strong. It'll stay low to the ground, and so that's where we got to keep them pretty close and not just running around everywhere.
Well, it looks like Toby's going to jump us down there to the location. We're going to kind of hang back and let you guys take the lead on this portion of it until we get to the water and go from there.
All right, sounds good.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming.
No problem.
This boat ramp wasn't here. Those houses weren't there. There was nothing here at the time of this. This lake is only about 6 to 4 feet deep across the entire lake.
Okay. Yeah, and I was talking to with Team Waters, who came up with on behalf of Texas EquiSearch when they did the initial search. And yeah, and they said that you're very shallow on this lake to begin with, but they did not spot anything because there's also a story of a freezer chest being involved.
I've heard that.
Which, I mean, you're dealing with 3.5, 4 feet tall for, I mean, size freezer chest. So they didn't spot anything, which then brings us back to right now.
Report security.
Now, does he just wander, or does he work towards scents he smells?
If he catches, he'll walk, like right now we're working crosswind. So if he catches something while he's running, he'll stop and go towards the scent.
Okay.
So I usually just let him do whatever he wants.
So this is the tree you found the shirt at?
This is the tree you found the shirt at. So I had enough common sense to put a marker on it so we'd always know where it was.
I noticed the dog is jumping in and out of the water quite a bit.
And you can also see him licking the water
Okay.
because it's trying to taste the water.
Okay.
So if there was something in this water, like this creek, whichever way it's running, the dogs get in the water. It may look like they're trying to drink, but they're actually tasting the water because they can actually taste it, whatever's in the water, like the scent. Because scent carries in water.
Okay.
Like it moves in water.
Okay.
So the dogs get in there and they actually lick it and they're actually tasting whatever's in the water.
So the location where the shirt was found, the dog didn't really pick up on anything.
Yeah, no, now what we're going to do is we're going to follow the information from the audio recording talking about across the lake there where the four-wheeler tracks and the footprints went into the water is what we're going to go check next. So Toby, as we're making our way over to the other pond, we're going to go search.
Yeah.
Kind of a little bit of background on your ranch here, and I understand that you've had like 100 or so influencers and TV shows and stuff. Like, what is your ranch and what is it about? Like, I just thought we were coming to a property today.
Yeah. So this ranch is kind of a pretty cool playground. So we've got one of the top bass lakes in all of Oklahoma. We just built the country's largest privately owned firearms training facility, like a 10,000 square foot CQB course and a 1,000-yard sniper range. And so we've got a lot of military guys come out and train. But the social media stuff, we do a lot of hunting, we do a lot of exploring, we do a lot of training, a lot of fishing, and it's just kind of become a pretty big thing here at the ranch. And we do also have a herd of zebras in here. We've got
Zebras? What?
Yeah.
Wait, do we get to see those today?
Yeah, we totally can do that. For sure.
We want to introduce you to Paula, who is Molly's cousin. Tell us about this side of the lake.
Well, on this side of the lake, back in September of 2013, my cousin and all of us were out here on a search. On this west side of the lake, there was footprints going into the water and also four-wheeler tracks going into the water. Since then, we have obtained a recording of the same person of interest at this property. The cell phone pinged a 911 call out here, and he was out here basically in the same location where all these four-wheeler tracks and the footprints and stuff that we saw out here on that day were. So that's why we need to look specifically probably at the west side and the north end of this lake.
Down here, she got in, and she tasted it, but she came back up.
he's catching something, but then as we saw as he was barking, it's up. So I'm not, he's catching some kind of odor or scent from somewhere. And how thick this is, with the sun coming down like this, the scent is going to come back down to the cool area. So it will, see, right back to the same spot.
And what we have also is I'm loose water over in the corner, and that's where the cell phone ping 911
initiated
this morning. Yeah. And to my understanding, none of this bamboo area has ever been searched. Before we jump to the other side of the river to see what Truman is hitting on, we want to thank Omaze, today's episode sponsor, for partnering with us again. Last time I offered you a chance to win a dream home in Florida or $1 million in cash, and Alexa from Atlanta, Georgia won. This time we're offering you a chance to win a 2021 F-150 with an Airstream Caravelle to tow. Taxes and shipping are included for U.S. residents, and even better, every donation benefits a great cause. Should you be the lucky winner, you can set out on your own adventure with your own Airstream Caravelle 20 FB that comfortably sleeps 4, perfect for trips with family and friends. Now here's the thing also, should you win, I'm going to invite you personally also to come hang out with us on one of our missions if you so choose. An additional bonus, you're going to be able to pull that Airstream with your brand new 2021 Ford F-150 Lariat. Even if you don't win, you're going to feel good about yourself knowing that you're helping to support a good cause, the Independence Fund. The Independence Fund is committed to empowering our nation's catastrophically wounded, injured, and ill veterans to overcome physical, mental, and emotional wounds incurred in the line of duty. They're dedicated to improving the lives of both veterans and their families. Your donations can help the Independence Fund strive to bridge the gap of unmet needs for veterans and their caregivers through their mobility, caregiver, adaptive sports, advocacy, and family programs. All of us here at AWP salute our veterans, and we are happy to have partnered with Omaze today to support the Independence Fund. For your chance to win the 2021 Ford F-150 with an Airstream Caravelle to tow and to support a great cause, be sure to enter at omaze.com/AWP. On that note, thank you again, Omaze, and let's jump to the other side of the river.
This is all loose.
This is all loose dirt. This has been dug and turned over. 100%.
We ran the dogs over here. The dogs did not indicate in this area, but you know, with the time lapse, you know, erosion and that kind of thing, that can maybe why they're, you know, showing interest more down in the creek.
So I mean, at this point, do we shovel it ourselves or do we call law enforcement?
I would definitely give whoever has jurisdiction over this case, consult with them before any digging or anything like that is done.
Well, I can call Brad and tell him what we think.
I mean, we never worked with dogs before. We have a hit right there at the bank, which is right within a few feet of where that's at. We have a section that's been cleared out that's the size of a body. What I'm not seeing is I'm not seeing a mound, but you know, we're dealing with 7-8 years later. Yeah, I mean, that's really something. There's no big roots in this area.
I mean, you're right by the cedar tree too.
Yeah.
All right, they're bringing the dogs over.
All right. Hit on the hole twice now.
Yeah, as soon as he dug, he got a little scent.
Anytime that dog trainer tells him a good job, I think that means that we got something.
He's trying to get like more scent, or he knows something's in there. He's trying to get to it.
Right. When he digs?
Yeah, when he digs. Yeah, he dug.
All right, Jared, how's your back? You ready to throw it in it?
Start ripping it out. 6 feet down, right? Remember that time you told me you broke my shovel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I finished it off.
Well, the good thing is we have a much smaller one.
is let this air out for about 30 minutes. Just everybody stay out of there. We're gonna stay back. Just let it calm a little bit, and then we'll take a dog. And with the cameras, we're gonna have to stay back behind us. We're not gonna get real close because we don't want to. We don't want to lead the dog to where we want them to search. We want them to be able to pick up the odor and go and show us where it's coming from. So I think that's a plan that we'll go with for right now.
Okay.
And kind of go from there and see.
Sounds good. We're on board.
All right.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks. So I'm going to take my dog Zelda, and we're going to try to keep people out of there because I don't want to lead the dog to any specific location. I want her to be able to pick up scent and go to it.
Sounds good. We'll hang out or hang back
Okay.
and watch our work.
So we started up here to the east, went back down. She kind of led us back down the hill a little bit. Went to the where we dug, put her face down there, moved on, kind of went back over to where that fence is, or the gate, and just no interest. So that's where we are with that.
Nothing that time.
What's that?
He didn't do nothing that time. No, but he was pulling up the pile of dirt now instead of the hole. So I don't know what that.
Man, there's nothing in the pile of dirt. We know that. So. All right. Well, I think we're confident in this area, then.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thanks for your help on that, Jeff. In way of thank yous, we also want to thank Omaze again for bringing us to Oklahoma and being a part of today's mission. For your chance to win a 2021 Ford F-150 with Airstream Carvel to tow, don't forget to jump over to omaze.com/AWP. Today was definitely different working with cadaver dogs. We've never worked with them before, so let's jump over and see what the handlers have to say.
Today definitely was an eye-opening experience for myself and my dog. My dog kind of alerted on the area, and after discussing it with some of the trainers that I've learned some stuff from, they think it could be possible methane gas coming from the creek that's there. Bodies when decompose give off methane, so that's what that's what I think the dog was possibly hitting on. So it's something definitely I got to work on.
There's not an exact science to any of this, so
Right, yeah.
we appreciate you guys, and your time. I mean, you guys came out of Tulsa, you guys drove, what, 4 hours today just to be here, so really appreciate your time on that one. Toby here, Battle Springs Ranch. When you bought this property, did you think that you would be involved in anything like this?
No. But we're glad that we are with Paula. I mean, we want to work as hard as we can to find closure. We're not going to stop searching. We're going to keep at it. If they're here, we want to give her all the resources that we can to help find them.
Well, something else will come up. Something else. Well, it always does, doesn't it? We can mark that off the list. And that's what this is all about. We've got to get things checked off the list because it seems like if we don't do it as a family and try to get these things done, it's not going to get done. And that's just where I'm at. We're at 7.5 years, and that's, I'm not trying to bash anybody here, but that's how it's been since day one.
So, I mean, eventually, the truth will come out, and, hopefully, in the future, Molly and Colt will be found.
Yeah.
So, we do appreciate you, bringing us into, on your land and, into your family and your world.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys a lot.
So
Thank you for coming.
absolutely. So with that one, we appreciate you guys being here today. If you're not already done so, please do subscribe so that way we can help spread the message, sharing this, commenting. And if you have any tips, please share them with us. That way we can bring Molly home. On that note, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.